Welcome back. On Monday evening, the island's Chief Education Officer, Dr. Sharon Belmar-George, issued a statement assuring the nation that the Ministry of Health, Wellness and Elderly Affairs is doing all in its power to fight the latest spike in COVID-19 cases. Breaking down the details, the CMO went on to ask the masses to remain vigilant as the struggle continues.
The Ministry of Health, Wellness and Elderly Affairs has noted a total of 7,232 cases diagnosed in country from March 2020 to present and 97 deaths. Over the last 14 days, 1,187 new cases were noted and we have 1,430 active cases in country. The daily infection rate for the past week was 61.4 per 100,000 per day, and an average of 111.2 cases per day. In relation to this new wave, from July 13th, 2021 to present, a total of 1,791 persons were positive. 52% are in the age group 25 to 49 years. 58% of the cases are female. The majority of the cases are from Castries, Gros-Islet and Dennery. Based on the contact tracing data, the majority of the cases diagnosed are related to social activities. To date, the positive cases diagnosed in country, 1.66% have been fully vaccinated. The Ministry of Health, Wellness and Elderly Affairs is working to strengthen the public health system to continue managing the increased COVID-19 cases. The Pan American Health Organization has expressed support in ensuring the necessary PPE test kits and technical support is available in country. We continue to note high numbers as we test the contacts of cases. Based on the long incubation period of this virus, we forecast that these numbers will continue until we note a reduction in the rate of increase, possibly by next week. The response this last weekend by the public was promising, and we ask the public to continue working with us and to exhibit responsible behavior to manage this fourth wave. This past week, the Ministry of Health has collaborated with the Minibus Association, the Chamber of Commerce, the tourism sector, the St. Lucia Medical and Dental Association. These meetings were targeted to discuss and strengthen collaborations and efforts in reducing the risk and managing the spike in COVID-19 cases. The Ministry of Health is also working closely with the Ministry of Education to advise on the status of school reopening. At present, we have both the Pfizer and the AstraZeneca vaccine free of charge in country at the various wellness centers and vaccination sites. Vaccination remains the most effective public health measure in managing infectious diseases. These vaccines have been proven to be safe and effective in protecting persons from developing COVID-19, its severe forms, complications, hospitalizations, and death. We continue to urge the public to access the various sites to get immunized at the soonest. Encourage your family and friends to get immunized so we can all be protected. We continue to advise the public to remain vigilant as the increased transmission and risk of the variants of concern is present. Let us all adhere to the protocols that are put in place to keep us safe. These include regular hand washing, the use of face masks in public places, avoiding crowds and persons with respiratory symptoms, and keeping frequently touched surfaces clean. The Ministry of Health and Wellness, we will continue providing updates to the public as new information becomes available.
Penny Pinch Inc., an award-winning St. Lucia-based financial technology startup, announced the launch of its mobile app bill payments feature powered by Shopee, thus enabling convenient and hassle-free bill payments from one smartphone. Penny Pinch has partnered with the likes of Shopee St. Lucia to power its bill payment solution. This enables customers to pay all their bills with one app from the comfort of their homes. Customers will be able to link up to 25 plus major billers, including Wasco, Lucelec, Flow, Digicel, and Quartz. Customers living abroad can also take advantage of Penny Pinch's bill payment solution for paying bills for relatives by linking their billing account. Penny Pinch's mobile digital wallet enables customers to make cashless payments by pre-funding their digital wallet balance using various methods, such as debit or credit card, bank transfer, and even employee salary. The Penny Pinch mobile application can be downloaded on both the App Store and Android Play Store. The fight for women's rights have now reached a critical stage in the now Taliban-run Afghanistan, where under their rule, gender equality is said to be non-existent. Following the takeover, many people have said that they are worried about how this will affect the rights of women and girls living in the country. More from the BBC.
When the Taliban took over Kabul, many residents were terrified. But Rowena, a young female journalist, decided she should go and talk to them for her YouTube channel. That was the last video she uploaded. She's unsure if the group will approve of her working or not. For now, many offices have told female employees to stay at home. Many female professionals have fled in fear. It's hard to imagine the Taliban accepting even small freedoms like this, filmed before the takeover. I really love my job and I want to carry on working, she says. I hope the Taliban will allow me to. Otherwise, I'll have to leave the country and go abroad. The last time the Taliban were in power in the 1990s, women weren't allowed to work, girls couldn't go to school. Even now, they defend punishments like lashing and stoning adulterers to death. Today, under Taliban rule, you do still see some women out and about in Kabul, though significantly fewer than before. Many are simply too afraid to step outside. So far, here, they haven't been ordered to wear the burqa or to stay at home unless accompanied by a man. But no one's sure if that will last. I've been trying to speak to any of the women here, but all of them are extremely reluctant to go on camera. That's not something entirely new, but one woman did tell me while she was deeply anxious about the future, she didn't feel safe saying anything critical about the Taliban. Even without new laws being imposed, fear is changing the way many women dress. No one's buying jeans anymore, says this shopkeeper. Instead, they're buying headscarves and more conservative gowns. Many are deeply suspicious of the group, but today the Taliban told female employees at Kabul's mayor's office to return to their jobs. Durkhana was one of a handful that turned up. They just said, you have to wear the hijab, she tells me, but I already dress like this anyway. The Taliban have always been vague in their commitments to women's rights. In some areas, they've banned girls going to school beyond the age of 12. Young Afghan women have been amongst those taking part in scattered protests defying the group.
Most of the Taliban
Fawzia Kufi is a prominent campaigner and was a member of the team negotiating with the Taliban.
A lot of women actually contact me. They come to see me or message me. They're trying a way out or looking for something different. Not only in terms of security, but in terms of hope for a better country. They don't have it anymore. But in the meantime, I think I'm very proud to see them getting ready to resist.
Many worry that whilst the Taliban do promise women will be able to work and get an education, the group will grow increasingly strict once the international focus on them comes to an end. For now, it's a time of deep uncertainty. Sikandar Kamani, BBC News, Kabul.
Well, with that, we come to the end of the Hot 7 TV Nightly News. I'm Lovely St. Amy Joseph on behalf of the entire team. Thank you for joining us and good night. Stay tuned, Sports Classics and our special feature are coming up next.